Come on, a beanie hat with an LED light, it's gotta be a gimmick, right? Hi everyone, I'm Mike and welcome to the channel. Now since winter's coming up, I like to look around once in a while for products that I might be interested in purchasing for wintertime. For myself, to try out for the channel, and to let you guys know what I think. Well, this little hat I bought and tried out and tested for its longevity and took a great look at its quality. And here it is. It's what they call the unisex beanie hat with a USB LED headlamp built inside by a company called CENSGO. Now I'm sure a lot of products out there of this type are being made by multiple different companies, but I'm going to give my review of CENSGO's product, which I have in my hand right here. Now this hat comes in a multitude of colors, 3 brightness settings, high, medium, and low. The high, they say, can last up to 8 hours, the low can last to 2, and the medium lasts to about 4 hours. The light can be recharged in any USB port, is acrylic, comfortable, washable, and weighs about, according to my scale, about 3 ounces. Now I'll try the hat on in a minute, but I want to show you first the settings, and I'll make sure I direct these away from the camera so I don't blind you. Here's high. The first push of the button is high, medium, and low, and then off. Now, from what I'm able to figure so far about the hat, because the website has one flaw, it doesn't list how many lumens each of those settings are. Now, from the lights that I have, I'm going to guesstimate, but please don't hold me to this. It's extremely bright on the high setting. I would guesstimate it's probably around 300 lumens. I wish I had a better way to test it. Now, if going by logic, I would think the second setting is probably 200 lumens. About that. There is a drop in lighting, but it is still significant. The bottom setting, I'm betting it's probably 75 to 100 lumens. Probably more to 75 lumens to get that much longevity out of the rechargeable batteries that are inside. Now, besides that, and I did run a 2-hour longevity test on it, which I'll put up and you can see, but I did a time lapse on it, and it did last 2 hours. The only thing about it is once it crossed, I think about once it crossed about 1 hour and 39 minutes, I'm shooting somewhere around there, it significantly dropped in power, just like snapping your fingers. I think that is when it shifted down into its low setting. I turned it off right after 2 hours of being on, but it was still shining some ambient light, probably just a little bit less, probably just a little bit less than the low setting. I'm guessing it was almost putting out about 50 lumens at that time. Now, another great thing about this little beanie hat, the hat is made, it's quality material. It's made of pure acrylic. The stitching is excellent. There's no loose threads in this. Alone, it's a great hat. I'll say that right now. Alone, this hat is a great hat. But when you add the light and what that gives you without having to put a headlamp on, it takes it to another level. Now, another thing I love about this little hat right here is that this little light pops out, which makes it convenient to wash or clean, as you can see here. Then, if you want, you have a little lamp or a light that you could use to shine your way around your campsite or your trail or whatever you want to use it for. You could even put it on near your cooking area or use it in your tent hanging it above you. That gives this little hat a lot more options than just putting on your head and keeping your ears warm. Now, while I insert this little light in here, I'm going to show you now up close in another video in the insert. I'll probably put it right about here, that the backing of the little light slides off. And this is where you can plug this directly into a USB port. Now, they say this is IPX rated to 44, which means this whole unit would be submersible, like I think it's about 30 foot or 3 foot. But now from what I've done with this light already, I have splashed water on it, wiped it off as anything you would get in a rainstorm or anything like that. Now, if I was out in the rain with this type of hat on, I would have a rain jacket on, and of course I would have the hood pulled over, and this hat would not be getting wet, so the light would be getting even less wet. But let's just say you're out in a canoe near the edge of a creek or a little river, and your hat falls in, but you're able to retrieve it. I think this light's going to be fine. I wouldn't trust submerging it, and I'll tell you for one reason. The little rubber port on the back that slides on and off, there's not enough, from what mine feels like, there's not enough tightness that would keep water out, because I think it slides just a little too easy. Now, I may submerge this in a 5-gallon bucket just to test it. I might do it, you know, that for what this hat cost. Now, I think this hat right now is running for $12.99 or $13.99 on Amazon. I got it through a deal when they have their lightning deals. I got this hat for $4.99. So I took a risk. I'm happy I did. I can tell you right now, I'm going to be buying several more of these for family and for my wife when we're out on the trail. But I would say that this light is water resistant from rain or sweat or anything of that nature. I personally wouldn't think this is very waterproof as a submergible. But if I get several more of these hats, I'll probably put that to the test. Now, let's plop this bad boy back in and I will give you a fashion show. Now the hat, they say, is, of course, it's one size fits all and it's supposed to fit everyone's head. Now I would say I have a medium-sized dome on my here, but I don't have much trouble putting this hat on. It's comfortable, it's warm, it's just as warm as any of my other hats that I have, and that's one thing I collect. Some people collect I collect camping and backpacking gear, watches, and beanie hats. Those are just my things. But it's very comfortable on, it's very warm. I won't be keeping this on long, not in the summer weather. And you can see it's easy to find, medium, low, and off. Now I've taken this out in the dark and walked around with it. It does give you a flood light effect. It's not a beam. You definitely don't have a beam. It's a high flood, medium flood, and then a low flood, which would show basically about maybe 5 feet in front of you. And then you get looking at maybe 10 or 15 feet. And then on the high one, I could easily see, but it's a soft light. It's not a really obnoxious light to have on. Now, two other things I want to mention about the hat and the light is the light, as you can see, you can easily get it off while you have it on. When you plug this light in, it will have a LED on the side that's red. When it's fully charged, that LED will turn green. And once you charge it in, the batteries in this charge at about 2 hours. And of course, you've got from working time after full charge from 2 to 8 hours, depending on how you use the lamp on high, medium, or low. Another thing I like about having the lamp in is you don't feel this pressing on your forehead because of the narrow, flat surface that it has behind this little lip. It's very comfortable. It's not sticking me in my head. So there you go, my friends. I am highly recommending the Beanie hat with a USB rechargeable LED lamp built in by CENSGO. Give it a shot. I'm sure you're going to love it as much as I do. Wintertime's coming. Keep them ears warm and keep everything in front of you in sight. Until the next time, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all again very soon. Bye.